So hi everyone, this is Jazz to give a new AchievementSquad coming at you with a 100% walkthrough for the indie puzzle game Mirrored Souls. There are a grand total of 11 achievements to get for the full 1000 G, and it's going to take you roughly about an hour to an hour and a half to get it. I know the video is only about 50 minutes in length, but it is a little bit more tricky than that, and you will make a couple of mistakes along the way. Now, the premise of the game is you're playing as two characters on the same control pads in mirrored worlds, and that is kind of the basis of all of the puzzles in the game. And to say that they're mirrored, obviously when you use the left stick and you walk one character to the left, the other character will walk to the right at the same time, so you have to be conscious of what's happening on both screens at once to help yourself solve the puzzles and move forward. Overall, it's not a very tricky game. There are a couple of bumpy bits in the middle, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, so the game is kind of broken up into two types of levels. You have these levels like you start off on, which are not particularly puzzle orientated, but there's a good demo of what's going on here. You'll need to get the characters to jump up to the very top. This complete area is fully 100% symmetrical, so you can just focus on one character and the other character will follow suit. And then you'll need to advance the dialogue for you to be able to go forward. There's a couple of these levels throughout the game. I will not be narrating them because they are not tricky. They are a case of move to the gate at the top, advance the dialogue, and you will progress to the next level. So the majority of the levels in this game are very short. Here we are kicking off with the first level, which is called Desync. And we're going to focus on the left character first of all. Have the left character jump to the top. The right character then will jump up to the lowest ledge, and then focus on the right character to bring both characters to the top of the area. In this level, we are going to utilize this little roadblock feature that is directly down beneath us with the left character. So have the left character drop down and go next to the little mud mound that is just on the side here. And then you'll want to walk in towards that mud mound to move the character on the right to the center, and then line them both up with the door. For this next one, we just need to utilize the edge of the screen to synchronize the characters' distances between them and the gate. So have the left character walk all the way to the right, and then have them both walk back to the door. And then in this section, it's another climb to the top moment and skip the dialogue. So it's going to take you a little while to probably figure out the controls. It is a confusing thing at first, but keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it. I'm going through these levels pretty quickly, but they're very short generally once you've got the hang of them. For this next level, you're going to introduce you a new mechanic, which is a block that you can push or pull. Crazy. And we're going to need to move this block around. So have the left character jump over to the other side of their block, and they want to grab it and they want to push the block towards the center middle piece. And both characters eventually not be able to push the block any further. Jump up to the gates. And in this next level, you want to be a little bit cautious. So the vines on the side are going to kill the character and it will reset the level back to the beginning. Move the left character across to the block and have them pull it back, but be careful that the right character does not walk into the screen. Use that block to block the left character and edge the second character across to the other side. Okay, so for the next part of the game, we are going to move our blocks towards the center, and then we want the left character to jump over to the other side of the block once the right character cannot move their block any further. Push the left character's block to the button, and then have the right character push their block to their button. Hop over the respective block and go to the gate. So putting the focus on the right character for this point in time, we want them to walk over their block and stand on the button along the way. They'll need to push the block just a little bit further forward so that there's a gap inside and have them jump over. Push the block back to underneath the ledge and then onto the button into the center. Once it's done, pull the blocks backwards and that's going to synchronize the blocks and both characters can jump to the top. For the next level, you just need to climb to the very top. Okay, so for this level we want to put our focus onto the left character. Now have them pull their block backwards, careful not to jump over due to the vines. Hop up on top of the block and then jump over the pillar that's in front of you. Now switching your energy to the right character needs to push their block back to the button. And once they've done this, they'll be able to walk through to the gates. In this area, we want to move the right character to the far side of the screen and have them jump over the little mud mound that's just here. Once you've done that, you'll want to move the left character underneath the outcrop and then have the right character jump up on the ledge in front of them and then jump up to the ledge above. The next level is for skipping dialogue and making your way to the very top. So in this next level we're going to need to master the falling jump component. So the left character needs to fall down whilst the right character is jumping. The left character cannot jump and fall at the same time. So to complete this puzzle, left character needs to walk off the edge, right character needs to press A or jump whilst the other character is falling to make it to the gates. For this next level, move the left character all the way to the very end, and then from the bottom both of them jump up. The right character will make it to the top, the left character will not. Go to the gates underneath. So for this next level we need to do a bit of clunky jumping. So we're going to move the left character to the left hand side of the screen. Have them jump up into the ledge. They won't be able to make it, but keep jumping into it and it's going to keep forcing the right character to sync up with the left character. And for the next level, we want to just focus on the left character for the time being. Have them pull the block back and then jump over the top and keep pushing that into the vines so it's just directly beneath with a bit of a gap. Go to the left and pull the other block onto the button. Pull that block back a little bit, jump up to the very top, and you should be able to reach the gates now. This is another level where you'll climb to the top and skip the dialogue. For this one, we want to kickstart by focusing on the left character and have the left character push the block or pull the block straight up to the little mud mound on the right hand side. Then both block characters will pull the block back so it's just underneath the ledge and both can get to the top. Jump up, focusing on the right character, have them walk forward and pull the block backwards a little bit. Jump up again and then jump to the top. So this next one's probably one of the longest levels in the game. It also introduces you to the free camera mode, and we're going to get an achievement in this level for stacking blocks. So we're going to focus on the character on the left hand side first of all. Drag the block back to the second button, and you'll want to jump up to the next block which is higher up. Put it a little bit towards you, and then you want to jump on top of that and drop down to the right hand side. Push the block off the edge so it lands on top of the other block. You'll bag yourself the Hanoi Tower achievement for stacking blocks on top of blocks. Now from here we want to drop down on top of the block and to the left of that one and push it off. Once you've done that, we want to use the left character still, and we're going to drag that block back to the 5th button on the other side. So move it over into the corner, and then as the left character you want to start making your way up to the top. So that's going to open the gate at the top for us. So jump up the blocks to the very top ledge. Now it's going to off-sync the characters and move the character to the far left past the gate. Have the right character jump down. They'll want to grab the block on the left hand side, pull it to the 2nd button, and then push their last one to the 5th. As you did earlier, you want to jump your way up to the very top, and you'll both be able to reach the gates from here. The next level is a dialogue level, so just climb to the top. And now for this level, we're going to be conscious that we don't kill the character on the right. So make your way over with the left character to the block. Keep an eye just to make sure that the right character does not walk into the vines, and have them walk backwards and forwards, and use the block to block the left character so that you can edge them to the right location. Bring the block as close as you can to the pillar, and then you want to jump up over the pillar and over the vines at the same time. And then just skip through this section. It is a dialogue moment. Okay, so we're going to focus on the left character for this part, as the right character cannot do much at this moment in time. Left character needs to drop down and make their way to the button and push it on top of the button. We're now going to flip our focus to the right character and have them go stand next to the vines. Then using the left character, we want to grab the block and we're going to pull it backwards. Right character is going to get blocked by the door, and then just bring it back to where the stones are, just at the base of the ledge, and you'll be able to jump up to the exit. Again, this is another climbing and dialogue advancing level. Okay, so the next level is a little bit fiddly, and it might take a little while longer to get it done, but we've got to line the left character up with the left ledge, and to do that we need to get them to jump into the ledge where the gate is, and we've got to bring that right character onto the edge of that low outcrop that is just there. Once you've done that and you've got them perfectly lined up on the edges, the left character will need to drop down whilst the right character needs to jump up whilst that gate is raised up. So this is the kind of position you want to be in. Hop over and jump up. The left character now needs to jump up over the top of the ledge into the right button to open the gate at the top, and then make sure that the character on the left jumps over the button as opposed to stay stood on it, and then you'll want to be able to walk both characters to the gate from here. And this is another climb to the top skip dialogue level. Next up, we want to push both blocks to the center, have both characters jump on top, and then have the left character jump to the gate, and it's going to cause the right character to fall down. Have then the left character drop to the top of their block. Then the right character will be able to grab their block, and you'll want to pull that backwards a little bit, not by much, just by this kind of tree here in the background or over the top of the rock. And then once you've done that, you can hop to the top. And then we're in another little cutscene thing. Okay, so next up is a bit of a fiddly level. Focusing on the right character first of all, go over to their block and you'll want to pull that black onto the button. It's going to open up the left gate. Have the left character pull their block back onto the button, but they are going to jump to the other side of their block. First of all, don't do what I do and get trapped in. Hop over. And then once that's done, we want the right character to push their block back a little bit also. So push it to the edge just underneath the ledge just here. And once you've done that, have the right character jump over the top. Then the left character needs to pull their block back onto the button. Have the right character jump up to the top and go stand by the gate. And then use the blue character to pull their button off the switch, and they can then jump up to the gate also. So the next level is a little bit fiddly as well, so we want to use the left character and have them jump into that ledge to edge the right character closer to the brambles. So then once the right character is by those vines, they'll be able to jump over, and then you'll be able to jump over the next set of vines. You need to be conscious of both characters not landing on it, and then jump over the last set of vines. A very awkward level, this one. So make sure that then you jump to the top for your next dialogue minute. This is not the awkward level, I'm talking about the previous. Okay, and then for this next level, we're going to focus on the left character to begin with. Have them pull the block back into the gap and then jump to the very top. Then the right character needs to pull the block back to the button. Once it's done, have the left character drop down and push their block to the wall. Once this is done, the right character needs to jump up and the left character will eventually land on the button. Right character can go through to the gate. We need to be sure that the left character jumps over the button at the bottom so the right character does not escape. Pull the block back and make your way to the gate. And now another very simple climb to the top level. Okay, so for the next level we're going to desynchronize the jumps of the characters. Have the left character and the right character jump onto the ledges retrospectively. Have the left character jump down and the right character press A, and you need to spam A because the buttons then will be desynchronized. This is another little cutscene. So the next level is actually a bit of a tricky one, so giving you a bit of a pre-warning. We're going to have to desynchronize the jumps, so one character jumps and then the other character jumps afterwards. And to do that, we need the right character to be stuck underneath the block, and you need to spam A. Spamming A will cause the left character to jump high and the right character will do small jumps in this scenario. And then you just want to hop across the ledges. It is a bit tricky, but you will get the hang of it. And then this next level is just a cutscene, and be ready for more desynchronized jumps in the future. So if you're following along, you'll bag your achievement for beating the first chapter now, and the dialogue levels are even more simpler. You just walk to the center screen. The next level is going to introduce a new mechanic where you press B to drop through some branches. So we want to start this one off with the left hand character in focus. They want to drop down to the branches below and then to the gate. Left hand character then needs to jump up to the lowest set of branches and then jump up again to be above the door. Press B and both characters will fall into place. Okay, so for the next level, we don't want to throw the switches yet, but have the right character go right up to their gate. The left character then needs to drop down through their branches, and at the bottom they'll need to pull the switch, and the switch is going to open up the gate by their gate, and then the blue character just needs to climb to the top, and both characters need to go to their gates. So this next level is very short and simple. To do this level, we need the left character to jump on the branches, and then the right character to jump back above their doorway and press B as they hit the branches to fall down. So for the next area, we only want to pull one lever. So have both characters jump up to the gate, and then focusing on the left character, have them drop down to their branches and walk further in. And then have the left character jump back up to their gate. The right character now needs to throw the switch that's in front of them, and then both characters need to jump up to their gates. So only throw one switch in this level for the achievement to unlock. For this level, focus on the character on the bottom screen. They need to land in between the buttons, but both characters just need to jump their way over to the gate. So character needs to land in between the buttons, not to kill off the upper character. We're now going to bag our next achievement. So focusing on the character on the bottom, we need that character to walk into their block, so the top character goes all the way to the left, and then the bottom character needs to pull the block back, stop before the top character reaches a button, walk that character back to the left, and keep repeating this process until the bottom character is to the other side. Do not allow the top character to stand on a button. We're not allowed to jump in this level. So keep pulling that block backwards, walking that character to the left. And then once the bottom character is on a safe position, so on the mainland, then both characters can run directly to their gates, and you'll bag yourself the achievement for not jumping in this level. So for this section, you want to send the left character to the very top and push the block onto the button. Once you've done that, that character then needs to go down to the lever on the right and pull it. Once that is done, send the left character back to the top and push the block off the top ledge onto the blue light bridge. Make sure that block is central on the light bridge to avoid any problems. And then using the right character, press B to drop through the vines and land on the button below. Once you've done that, jump to the second button and do the same thing, and the same for the third. Once that's over, both characters can climb to their gates and leave. Now I have to give a heads up, the next level is very fast and you need to be on your toes. It is a falling exercise. The character on the left needs to throw the switch on the wall after the character on the right has pulled the switch that is there. The character on the right needs to run to the top very quickly and hit every switch on the way. So jump up, and as you're jumping up, press switch and hit the switches at the top, and characters should land safely. It's a very awkward level. So for the next one, we want to start off by moving the left character to the very top, and when they're at the top we want to grab their brick and move it over to the button. Once that's on the button, we want to move the left character behind their block and the right character to the ledge below so that they can throw their lever. When that's done, jump the left character back over their block and move the right character to their gate. Now that you've done that, we want to use the left character to pull their block to the edge, and it's going to trap the right character in. Have the left character jump over and push that block off the edge down to the very bottom below. Land on that and then jump across to your gate. So the next level is a little bit awkward. The right character cannot jump or move the block, but we need them to hold on to the block so that they don't jump. So when you kickstart this next level, have the right character hold the block, and the character on the left needs to jump up from where they are, and then the character on the right needs to release the block as that character then maneuvers their jump. So hold the block, press the A button, let go of your right trigger, and then have the left character move over to the ledge. Repeat the same until they reach the top. It's a little bit tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. The next level is some classic desynchronized jumping. Have the bottom character jump up and then fall off the vines, and the top character needs to jump as the bottom character falls to desynchronize your jumps. Keep doing this till you get the character into the appropriate gate. Now for this next level, we're going to use the right character and pull their block slightly to the right, ever so slightly, so you can just see the gate. Have them jump back and then go into the little gap just there. Move the left character as far left as possible, and then the right character jumps over onto the button. Once you've done that, have the right character jump back to their other button and pull their block backwards. Move the left character underneath their gate, and you'll want to then jump over to the gates, grabbing hold of the block, pull it backwards, and have the left character jump up as the block comes off the button, and then both go to your gates. For the next level, focus on the left character to begin with. Have the left character pull the block backwards, and then have the left character go stand on the branches, and we need to do desynchronized jumps. Press B and then start spamming A. Left character should land at the top, right character should land at the bottom. Have the right character push the block forward, and then you can both exit the level. Okay, so start off with the left character holding the block, and then the right character needs to jump up and throw their switch, and the blue character then needs to immediately do the same thing. Right character now needs to grab their block and drag it to the right hand side. Have them jump up. Left character now needs to hold on to the block again, and the right character jumps up and throws their switch at the top. Once they've done that, they want to drop back down through the vines and move the block underneath the center bit. Once that's done, left character needs to jump up and throw their switch, and then both characters need to jump up and throw both of their switches. Right character then needs to move their block directly beneath their door, and then jump up to their door, and then have the left character walk to their door. So for this puzzle we need to crack the glowing lights to power up the doors. Starting off with the character on the left, drag their block back to the edge, jump over, and then hop up to the light. Once you've done that, you want to pull your block backwards towards the door, and then hop over the other side and push it off the edge. Now focusing on the right character, but make sure your left character doesn't fall off the edge, you need to jump to one side, have the character walk to the left of the edge, pull the block backwards, have the left character walk back to the left hand side, and so on and so on. But once you've done that, you'll be able to jump up and grab the orb at the top. Once that's over, make your way to the gates. So for the next area, have the left character stand on the button. That's going to get rid of the bridge above the right character. Once you've done that, you want to jump to the right so your character goes up. Have the right character throw the switch, jump the left character up and throw the switch at the same time. Left character needs to jump up their branches, jump over and throw the switch and grab the orb. Once that's done, have the left character drop down. Right character then needs to move their pillar to the center. They want to jump up. Left character needs to jump over the gap at the same time and throw the switch, and the right character will land on the bridge. Right character will need to jump to their orb and then go to their respective gates. So to do that, you want to throw the switch on the right hand side and stand on the button again, and then you'll want to reverse the process by having that flip switched again. Now be ready for some desynchronized jumping. To kickstart this, have the top character jump up onto the ledge, and then you want to drop off the edge and start jumping awkwardly. You need to throw both switches along the way and keep the synchronized jumping going as you come back again. So focusing on the right character for this one, they need to do two quick jumps, one up to the branch and one up to the ledge, because the player one is on the button. Grab that block at the top and bring it back and block the pillar. Once you've done that, push the block off of the edge and push the pillar into the weeds. That's going to open up the gate. Now run back to the middle and then again do the two very quick jumps to the top, and then with the character on the left, jump off of the button to stick the right character at the top and make your way to your gate. Okay, so for the next one, we are going to not move the left character very much, so start focusing on the right character and have them drop down. When they stand next to that block, you want to have then the left character walk back to the right hand side. Right character then can go down and throw the switch that's going to cause the block to drop. Left character can now grab hold of that whilst right character jumps over to the other side, grabbing the power orb. And then the right character can jump back up to the gate, and the left character can walk to the gate also. Okay, so for this next one, we want the left character to go stand on the button, and then the right character jump up and throw the switch, and then both characters need to jump up and throw the switch again on the right. Right character needs to throw the left switch. The left character then can jump up to the light to get their power up orb that they're looking for, and then the left character can move their block to the far left hand side. Right character can throw the switch. The right character then can jump over and grab their orb from the left hand side of that underneath the bridge. Pull the block off. Left character jumps over and stands on the button, and then both characters jump up again and right character throws the switch. Next level is very straightforward. Just focus on the top character to begin with and have them push their block all the way to the very end of the level. The bottom character is not going to move because they'll get stuck on a ledge that's in front of them. Once they're on top, have the bottom character jump over and push their block as far as they need. I don't think it's actually necessary past this particular point. Hop over the block and go stand by the gate. Okay, so next level is a little bit fiddly. So we want to start off with the left character throwing the switch on the wall. The right character needs to do the same. Once that's done, left character stands on the button. Right character throws their switch, and then the left character throws their switch again. Right character needs to pull the block back and jump up to the light in the top left hand corner. Now the fiddly bit here is the left character is going to need to make their way across to the blue gate on the other side, but they need to pull a controlled fall to the left to land on the middle ledge. Once that's done, throw the switch on the right hand side, hop over and grab the light, and then left character needs to start jumping back up to the little brick that's just here, and the right character should be at the top to stand on the bottom to call the block to fall down. Then the left character needs to jump on top of the block, right character needs to stay at the top, and you'll have to do some awkward desynchronized jumping to get up. Once you've done that, that'll put the left character at the top by their gate, and then drop the right character down. Okay, so for the next level, focus on the right character, and then jump up to the top and pull the block off the button on the right, and then do the same with the left. Once you've done that, you'll want to have the left character jump on top of the block, and then the right character push the button back onto the block on the left hand side. Right character then needs to pull the block back on the right hand side and then push it back on as the left character jumps up. You'll then want to push the left block off the side. Press B to drop down to the very bottom, grab the block and move it to the center. Have the right character jump underneath the block, and then keep tapping A to cause the top character to jump all the way to the top, and then have the right character climb all the way to the top also. Okay, so we are now done with chapter 2, so you'll bag yourself an achievement for this one, and we've got another 23, 24 levels left to go throughout chapter 3, Legacy, but you are in the final stretch now. It's not going to take you much longer, I hope. You've still got the classic levels of advancing dialogue and walking to the middle. So we can bag ourselves a miscellaneous achievement in the next level, and what we need to do is one horizontal movement only. So move both characters to the left hand side of the screen, jump up when the ledge is above the bottom character, and then have the bottom character jump off the ledge when they're above the gate, and this should pop the achievement for the one horizontal movement. We're also going to get an achievement in this level for preventing a ledge from completing its full movement, and we do that by blocking it in some way or another, either with the character or with one of the blocks that's on the side here. So we're going to start this one off with both characters getting onto the lift, both characters grabbing their block by pushing it from the other side. Move that onto the lift, and what we're going to want to do is, as it goes down, we're going to push them to the very corner of the lift. That's going to block the lift on the left hand side, and people will be able to go through the gates, and you'll bag yourself the achievement. It didn't pop on my side for some reason, but you're going to get the corner case achievement for preventing a moving platform from reaching its location. There are plenty of other opportunities to get it. This is just the first one. So the next one is exactly the same puzzle, but you're just going to block the ledge with your character instead. So get on the ledge on the left, and then use the left character to block the ledge from the corner. and it's just going to push it back down again, and then go to your gates. Next level is too simple, just jump when you're above the gate. So in the next level, we need to do some awkward falling, where the characters will both need to fall forwards after pressing B on some of the branches. So just make sure that you're lined up to the edge, and as the gate is going towards or away, press B. Now in this section, the ledge at the top is higher than the ledge at the bottom, so we are going to cause some desynchronization. So keep jumping on and off of the first ledge as it is coming towards you or moving away from you, and that is going to cause the character at the top to get a little bit further ahead each time from the character at the bottom, as they've got a shorter distance to cover. So eventually it's going to cause the characters to be out of place. As you can see, I have a little bit of a struggle here, but it hit a point in time where you can see the blue character is at the back of the ledge and the right character is at the front. Now be very careful as you jump over, just go slowly with this, and then you'll need to jump the right character to the top and the blue character to the bottom. In the next section, you're going to need to desynchronize some jumps. So the left character is going to be moving up and down. You want to start jumping up and down, and you want only one character to throw the switch at a time. So have the right character do that when the jump is desynchronized. And then when the ledges are even, both jump up and flip the switch. Once you've done that, go to the gates. Next level is real simple. You just need to move the characters to the center and then time the drop as the ledge goes underneath. In this level, focus on the left character to begin with. So the left character needs to jump onto the ledge that's above them. Switch your focus to the right character and have them drop down to the ledge below. Once that's done, you will then want the left character to jump onto the ledge above them as the right character is coming up. Okay, so this next level needs to be beaten in 10 seconds. Focus on the right character first. They need to jump out to the invisible ledge. I'm just doing a test run here for you. Left character then needs to press B and jump down. And as the ledge goes up, the characters need to jump back up to the ledge. So very quickly, 10 seconds to do this. Right character jumps to the invisible ledge. Press B to make the left character fall. Both jump up when the lift is going up and go to your gate. Okay, so for the next one, both characters need to break the laser beams that are nearby. That is going to cut off the power to the light bridges and cause the blocks to fall down. Once you've done that, both grab the blocks and pull them to the very edge, and both characters jump up. Okay, so next up we're going to play something called skipping rope. Have the top character move the block to the very left hand side and then pull it backwards so that it's by the door. Now we're going to need to do some awkward jumping as always. Have the left character jump on top of the block. The left character, as they fall down, the bottom character needs to jump up. And then the top character needs to jump back to the top of the block. So as you can see, what happens is when the character falls down, you both jump up. The clue is in the level of name, it's called skipping rope. You both need to keep jumping up and down and breaking the laser beam. Keep doing this until the bottom character is above the door. Break the laser beam for a final time and then go to the gates. So the next level we are going to be focusing on some mirrors. Using the top character, both jump up onto your ledge. The bottom character needs to jump over and flip the mirror by pressing X. Both characters jump up and then flip both of their mirrors and go to the gate. And now we have our next mirror orientated puzzle. Start off with both characters pushing their mirrors to the middle, and then have the left character jump over, spin their mirror and push it to the far left hand side. The right character needs to grab their mirror and then bring it to the far right hand side, and then both characters stand above their gate and press B. So for the next one, we need to use these ledges and lasers and levers to get our way across. Make your way to the first lever, and as the top ledge goes by the right laser, you want to give that a quick pull to hold it in place. And then as that bottom ledge comes back towards the top ledge, you'll want to throw the lever again, and it's going to set them up so that they open up the second and third gates. Move the bottom character to the next lever. Now, same as we did earlier, we want to stop the bottom ledge that is going towards the right laser so it blocks that part. So throw that switch when the time comes. And then that's going to cause the door in front of you to open up when the top ledge breaks the left laser. Now for another miscellaneous achievement, and we're going to put our focus on the right character first of all. Now as the ledge goes underneath the mirrors box, you want to jump up and throw that switch at the top. It's going to cause that mirror to fall down. Now as the ledge passes under the right player, the left player needs to drop down on break the laser beam. And now what we need to do, as the right player is moving back towards the gate, we're going to do a bit of awkward jumping. So when the right player is stationary, have both of them jump up, and then as you get underneath the gate, both characters will need to jump up again. This should get you the achievement for not moving horizontally in this level. And now for the level Red Herring. So we're going to start this one off by performing the desynchronized jump, and to do that we need the left character to drop down to the laser beam below and keep spamming the A button. This is until the right character gets above and is able to jump across and grab the light orb. Once that's done, the left character then needs to jump back to the very top and push their laser beam off, the block off their side into the lower laser beam. Then they need to do the same for the other block that's on top, push it off the edge and land it on top of the other blocks, and then drop down and move both blocks to the side, and then have the left character jumped to the gate. So we're going to need to do a bit of movement around on this one, and the right character is going to be our point of focus mostly for this. Make them go to the right and grab the block and bring it underneath the branches. Jump up and push the right block off. You'll then want to drop down and move the left block back to the laser. Go back to the right block and jump on top. Jump up to the top here and move the mirror to the middle. Grab the box, and as you push it forward, make the left character jump to the top. And as you're doing this, then you want the right character to jump up to the top ledges as well and jump across to the gateway. Now you might have to do a little bit of fiddling around to get the characters realigned on this front. Okay, so on to the next level. We're going to focus on the right character first of all, and you want to jump to the other side of the mirror box. Push the mirror box onto the left and it's going to raise that up. We then want to focus on the left character, and they're going to move their block onto the left into the center. The right character might need to pull their block backwards again for the mirror if it gets relocated, let's say. Now that's done, we want to use the left character, and they're going to pull their mirror block back underneath the left, jump over, and they want to push the block off of the ledge down to the floor below. Grabbing then the left mirror by pushing it onto the left and pushing it directly on top of the box, and rotate the mirror at the same time. That's going to point the light upwards, and the right character can then push the block and mirror to the right. Both characters should now be able to make it to their gates. Okay, now for an awkward bit of a level. So left character is the main focus for this. Drop down and flip the mirror in the box that's next to you, then drop further down and grab the box on the left hand side. Be conscious the right hand character doesn't walk off the edge. Move that box onto the left, it's going to get picked up. You'll then want to drop off to the left hand side. Move the other right character all the way to the far right. Grab the next mirror, and you want to push it a little bit out of the way so it's not blocking the lift, and then pull it back onto the lift and get it to stack up underneath the others. Switch that base mirror, and that's going to turn on the gate underneath you both. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the game now. We're going to kick this level off by moving the block on the left hand side close to the door. Now we're going to have to do a bit of an awkward jump where we jump up and then tap B immediately as the laser is underneath the left hand character. That's going to cause the character on the left to fall through the ledge. And now as that character is moving around, we need to line up the right character above the gate. And as the left character goes underneath his gate, he needs to jump up and press B to make the right character fall. We now need to do a bit more stacking. So for this one, we want to grab the right block first of all and bring it onto the left. And we need to be conscious, like we did earlier, that the right hand character does not walk or jump off the edge. So bring your box onto the left and then drop it off again. This is just to get it in line with the edge. Grab the left block and pull it on. And then keep pulling it backwards until it's in line with the other block. Walk across the top, and as you go up, push the block off and get it to land on top of the other one. Pull the blocks back onto the left, and then it's going to raise it up, and then it's going to cause the ledge to leave the right hand character to start appearing when the lasers are blocked. Line yourself up with the gates, and then press B to drop down and use them. You might need to fiddle around with the character positions just to get them lined up a little bit better, but when the opportunity arises, press B and fall down. So this is the last level of the game, or sorry, the penultimate one. Start off with the top character jumping on the ledge and getting dragged all the way across to the other side. They need to then jump back to the button and to the starting area, jump back up onto the ledge and get moved across to the other side also. Grab that crate and bring it onto the ledge. As that brings you through to the middle, push it down and drop it onto the button below. As the character then goes back to the far right, you want to grab the other mirror box and drag it onto the ledge eventually. Hop over to the other side because we're going to push it off on the other side and not pull. That's going to move you across. Throw it down, drop down and pull it backwards. Have the left character hop over the top and push it to the wall. And then as you come to the middle, you want to jump the top character back onto the ledge at the top. Both characters walk across the other side. Now focusing on the bottom character, line it up with the crack in the bottom. And then we want to move the left one to the other side again. So similar to before, as you got across, just make sure the top character is using the ledge to get across and not moving off of it. And then when they reach the other side, the bottom character can push it all the way forward to the very end. You need to push it into the wall for this to function correctly. Press X to flip both of the mirrors, drag them back, and you should bag yourself an achievement at this time. I already popped it by accident on a test run at this level. Now that's happened, have the top character jump back onto the ledge, and then make their way across to the other side, and stand by their gate, and then both jump up at the same time to complete the level. Now that is the last level in the game. This is now pretty much just a case of walking until you guys meet and greet each other finally in person. I've been Justin from the Achievement Squad. If you find this guide useful, drop us a like, comment, subscribe, and happy hunting.